What is up, guys? It is me, Michael, aka Vanilla Bear, and we're on to part 2 of the S Plus walkthrough with Claire. Now, like I said in part 1, you don't necessarily need to save where I save. You can probably do this section here first, and then save directly before the G2 fight, which is perfectly fine. So yeah, continuing on, we're going to pick up the crank here. There's also a red herb which you want to pick up, because there's also going to be a green herb in the next room as well for another healing item. Also because I get attacked in the next room, so I actually need to use this healing item. Kind of annoyed that I get attacked here because I was so certain that I staggered the zombie on the left hand side, but apparently he just didn't care. Like I don't know, I just thought that stagger would last longer, and he gets me anyway. Kind of annoying, but thank God I picked up the other healing item. So I'm going to use the first one, and then we're going to pick up the green herb here just to replace it. Open the gate, and then drop into the water. Now there's also a grenade along the left hand side here, which is going to be pretty valuable. And just head straight through here. There's high capacity, or whatever it's called, gunpowder, just on the right here if you want to pick that up. Just hug the left wall, and then the enemy there will not be able to touch you. Jump up here and then use the crank. Now, for the worst part in the sewers, i.e. getting the king and queen, you want to have at least 2 flame rounds. Maybe a defense item if you want to be safe, but definitely need at least 2 flame rounds. There's some magnum ammo you want to pick up there. It's very important for the boss fight. Pistol ammo on the right. Now I kind of messed this section up here. So what I want to do is I want to kill this guy, because we're actually going to come back through here after picking up the rook. You don't want him to grab you. Unfortunately, killing this guy aggroes all the zombies on the other side of the room, like through the door there. So I'm going to use a flash grenade to flash them. Now I try and wait for them to come in, and then I realise that the door is actually locked. So you need to let them in. Let them break in and flash them. Now it's really annoying here because the zombie at the back, for some reason, doesn't care that he's flashed. I run past him, he tries to grab me, and then he's aggroed on me. He just doesn't care that I flashed him, so I'm just going to stagger him quickly in and run back. Flash grenade lasts a long time on zombies, so the other guy has absolutely no idea where he is. So now we're going to go back the way we came. Now I get super lucky here, and the zombie that's inside the sewers goes all the way to the back right. If he's in here, there's a way to make him go underwater so you can run past him. It's kind of hard to explain without showing you, so I do it later on and I'll explain it then. So just sneak past the zombies. As soon as you start climbing, you're invincible. And now we're going to use the crank to open the door down here. And then the last time we're going to use the crank. So after this, we're going to head back to the safe room and to get rid of some items. I can't remember if these guys get me here. No, I think they're still on their way out the water, so you should be safe as long as you're quick. Worst case scenario, just stagger the guy at the front, you'll be fine. If you have room just now, you can also head left here and pick up the upgrade for the pistol. I decided to get it at the end, but it's entirely up to you. We're going to have to get it regardless, because we're going to need to use it on the G2 fight. I'm going to warn you as well, my fight against G2, or the second Birkin fight, it's not pretty. It's rough. Okay. Also make sure you have 4 item slots here that are free. Technically you only need 2, you can do this with just 2, but to be safe, especially if you've not saved it yet, you're going to want to need 4, because you're going to want to pick up the spark shot. Zombie here, stagger him, run past him. The zombie's on the right now, so we can just ignore him. And we're going to head down to the god-awful pit that I cannot stand, especially with Leon. This is when you're going to need your flame rounds. After you fire your first flame round, make sure you reload as well. Don't be an absolute fucking dingus like me and forget to reload. Now, flame rounds will stagger these enemies and give you an opportunity to run past them. If, like this, about to come up, you get grabbed, don't use a healing item. Because the flame will do enough damage to stagger the enemy again. So then you run past him, he grabs me, and it instantly gets hurt by the flame, so he can't grab me. This is when you're meant to reload. So, same with this guy, I try and get past him, he grabs me, flame hurts him so he gets staggered, and then I run past him. It's such a sketchy area, I can't stand it. This is why I saved it. Like, I understand if people want to save it before the second Birkin fight, so they don't have to do this again. But I didn't want to mess this area up, and have to do the whole game again. I just don't think it's worth it. Like, that area can go so bad so easily. So I would recommend you save when I save. Okay, now pick up the queen part, and then we're gonna put it here. Now, the zombie that drops down here, please stagger him. Don't get greedy or try to be smart like I do. I am convinced that he's still in his getting up animation, so I tried to run past him. That's goodbye to one hand grenade right there. So, put the king here, and we're going to pick up the spark shot. There's nothing worse than wasting a grenade on a fucking zombie. And it happens 2 more times in this video. And in my Leon playthrough, I used 4 grenades in this fucking section. Ugh. Apologies for my swearing, but this area annoys me so much. And the worst thing about it is it's ended with the worst fight in the game. Birkin 2. Oh. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my Birkin fight with Leon is not pretty either. In this one, I realised how awful flash grenades are against them, especially on hardcore. Like, don't get me wrong, using flash grenades is a great way to do this fight without getting hit. But when I try to do it on hardcore, awful. Doesn't work. Right. This enemy here, if he can't reach you, he decides to leave. He does this little wiggle here, and goes in the and goes underwater. Once he does that, he takes so long to do it, you can jump in and run past him. That's what you can do against the first one. You can just bait him closer and closer, and just wait for it. Very easy. Worst case scenario, just use the spark shot. Now this enemy here, wait for him to spawn, and instantly 180. Run back, he'll finish his grab animation and sink, and you're just going to run past him. And that is the worst sewer section done. I mean, that's pretty much the whole sewer section done. All we have to do is put the chess piece keys, and that's it. Now after you pick up the king and queen, there is going to be a third zombie that spawns in here. He'll spawn on the left hand side. Pray for good RNG, you get a stagger there and a quick stagger on this guy. There you go. If you have a spare flame round or you want to be a little bit more safer and use something heavier, by all means. Now I pick up the gun upgrade here because I have free inventory space since I wasted my hand grenade on that zombie. If you don't know the code for this, it's written on the right hand side of the safe. I might include it in the description, but probably not any point considering it's literally, like, the code to it is literally in front of you. But that's it. So now we're just gonna solve the puzzle and then get equipped for G2. Now, if you've decided to play like a maniac and not save it yet, save it after the puzzle, because this fight is awful. This fight goes so south so quickly that I end up having to completely change my strategy on the fly. Because originally, I want to play it super safe, hit him with a crane twice, and not get hit. That's the initial plan here. But what actually happens is, I have to use 2 healing items because he almost kills me, and I end up just hitting him with the crane once. I use all the magnum ammo and pretty much all my flame rounds. It's annoying. I would rather have saved some stuff for the final fight, but I hate this fight so much. There's so many things I hate about this fight. The area is too small, the crane takes too long to hit the button, flash grenades do pretty much nothing to him on this difficulty. His moveset is awful. It's just... hate it. The fact he can grab you while the crane's coming in and kill you both annoys me as well. Hate it. So yeah, you're going with pistol, all the pistol ammo, magnum, all the magnum ammo, and all the flame ammo. Actually, no, don't take the pistol. Get rid of the pistol. Magnum, all the ammo, and your grenade launcher with all its ammo. At least 2 healing items. I take 1 because you can pick another one up on the way there. If you want to take 2 and then pick up the 3rd, that's probably a good idea. Now, if you have to reload the heavy ammo into your gun, make sure you then put the new pistol ammo back in the box. If you have hand grenades, you suppose you could use them, but magnum, grenade launcher, enough healing items, and some flash grenades, and you're fine. So blue herb at the bottom of the stairs, green herb right after, and there's a red herb in the next room. Has a free healing item, so you can walk in here with 3 healing items if need be. I would definitely make sure you take at least 1 combination of herbs for that defense buff. So it's 1, 2, and 4 for this puzzle here. Now I mess up the start here because I try and do a speedrun strat. I don't know how they do it, but I've seen people start this animation here and then go straight to the door, and he spawns at the door. I don't know how it works, but I get hit here. So now I'm going to go back to my old strategy, which is run round in a giant circle. This strategy is not perfect, but 99% of the time I don't get hit. It's very rare that I get hit here. As long as you don't stop moving, you should be okay. I think there's maybe 4 or 5 attempts to hit you here. Whatever you do, don't stop until you know he's at the door. You don't want to think he's done enough hits and you just go, right, okay, wait by the door, and then he hits you. So, wait by the door, as soon as he opens it, just clip past him. You can do it the left or the right, it doesn't really matter. Now, when you come around this corner, make sure you look back and make sure he's chasing you. If he's chasing you, he'll try and attack at the end of this corridor and give you more time. If he's not chasing you, he will just follow you all the way to the end and he'll hit you before you jump off. So, we're going to activate the crane straight away. There's a flash grenade and a knife here. Now, stagger him with the magnum. That's what you want to be doing here. Then, what I wanted to do was wait till he got up, flash grenade him, and when he's flashed, get the crane to come in and hit him. And that's what I'm going to do. However, I'm soon about to realize how useless flash grenade is here. It's actually embarrassing. So, flash. Go for the keypad. By the time I turn around, he's already out the flash animation. What the fuck is that all about? It's stupid. So stupid. So I get grabbed here and I end up having to use my other flash grenade. This is when things get really bad. So I'm like, right, fuck this, get the crane again. Oh wait, the crane's not ready. Take another hit. And now I have to fight him in this tiny little area, which is impossible. So we're about to take another hit. Like, honestly, that flash grenade made me so mad. So crane again. So now at this point I'm just like, well, I can't do this crane 2 more times, so now we're just gonna have to unload all of our ammo and hope that it's enough to kill him first time. Now, I stagger him or get him onto his knees 4 times. So the first one was with the 4 shots of the magnum. Did a second stagger there, so while he's down, I'm just throwing all my flame rounds into him. This is the bit I hate. When he follows you like this, he just constantly runs behind you and you don't know what he's going to do. You can't turn around and shoot him, so you're just waiting to see what move he's going to do. And of course he does a jump attack. And this is the thing here. Jump attack, straight into a grab. Worst boss fight. Yeah, so I'm going to get one more stagger onto him. I think one more... There we go. Now, we need to get the 4 stagger on the opposite side, obviously, because the crane needs to hit him. Flame round and magnum round. Just gonna unleash everything. Ideally, you'd want to do this with magnum ammo left over, but because of how bad this fight goes, I just have to use it all. Now he's down. Get the crane. Now, I wasn't in the mood to see if this was going to work, like if 4 staggers was enough, so I just fired all my magnum ammo into him anyway. If any of you guys know that 4 staggers is enough, please let me know. So yeah, that was an awful G2 fight.
I'm so sorry, Sherry.
On my Claire, on my item box, no healing walkthrough, there is a no hit strategy guide for Birkin on there, but I don't know if it applies to hardcore mode. But yeah, that's why I hate G2. There's nothing about that boss fight that I even like. I hate it. Hate it with a passion. So now we're just gonna take Sherry and head down into the nest. You could probably do the whole of the nest and only save it before the next Birkin fight. So you could only use 2 saves, and then you could save it again probably before the final fight. However, I mess up pretty bad in the nest. So I decide to save the game just out of fear. Because I'm worried in case I'm about to die. Okay. But I'll explain that when it happens. I'll prepare you so it doesn't happen to you either. But there's a moment where I have no healing items. And I get hit by a licker. So I open my inventory to heal and I have no healing items. And I'm just like, what have I done? I have 3 zombies and a licker behind me. I am on red health. And I have no healing items. I'm just amazed. I have no idea how I did it. I have no idea why I was walking around with no healing items. I think it's because I don't have any on me right now because of the fight. And I just don't bother to pick any more up. I'm not 100% sure. It's madness. So yeah, just dump Sherry in the room on the left. There's some flame rounds in here as well. Yeah, just on the table here. Got the item box. Probably get rid of the magnum, you don't need it anymore. Make sure you take your handgun back out. Any ammunition you need. Yeah, take the hand grenades as well. So right here, I don't take a healing item. I don't even think I take a first aid spray. I would take one. Don't be an idiot like me. Make sure you take one. Okay, so we're gonna go around here in the cafeteria. Once you come in the cafeteria, just immediately turn right. There's gonna be a hand grenade on the ground. Yep. 180. Ignore all the enemies in here. It take that long to get up. You can just bypass them all up the ladder. Then when we drop in the kitchen, there's going to be a large gunpowder, which I'd recommend you pick up, and there's going to be a knife defense item, which I would pick up if you have space. And then there's going to be a zombie out here. Now this zombie has like body armor on, and it looks like the gunshots don't do anything, but staggers still work. So just stagger him and run past him. It's quite like hilarious how little space you need between a zombie and a doorway in order to squeeze past him. But yeah, we're going to wristband upgrade. And in both my playthroughs, whenever I come through here, this zombie seems to despawn. Or it goes into the kitchen, I'm not sure. But if he's there again, just pistol stagger him and run past. We're not coming back here at all, unless you choose to come back here to pick up the upgrade again. But I don't think it's necessary. So get rid of the gunpowder, and I think we get rid of one of the knives as well. Yeah, we don't need 3 different defense items. And then we're going to move on to the next part, the lab. Now, I'd make sure you have either written down or have maybe like a web page open showing you the passwords for the lab. Like the password to the kind of like filtering room and the password to the ladders that take you down to the next part of the lab. Because there's not really any way to type out the password, because they're not really part of a keyboard. I can't really put it in the description below, but there's loads of like pictures or guides of it. Or you even just write it down. You can just draw the things on a piece of paper. Another item box in here. There's also some gunpowder, which you want to take and just put straight back in the box. Now you're going to need some space here, so I used to think 2 spaces here. If you can get away with 3, I would do that, because we're going to pick up the kind of, what's it called? Like the container for the liquid. We're going to pick up a flash grenade as well, and some gunpowder. But I end up just leaving the flash grenade till later on. It's a brief moment here where I forget what the password is, but it's like E2 Tetris thing E. That's what I call that. And the next one is like a Tetris symbol, the small I at the bottom. I'll get to it eventually. Yeah, then it's the 2 blocks on the middle right, and then the big I. So the flash grenade is behind me. You can get it later, it's not a necessity to get right now, and you want to pick up the dispenser thing. If you have an extra kind of slot here, or even 2, because there's a hand grenade as well I forgot about, because there's large gunpowder coming up, which I would recommend you pick up, and there's also a second one which again I would recommend you pick up, because I almost run out of ammo in the final fight, which you do not want to do. Now, this puzzle, I am going to completely edit out this puzzle because I take so long to do it. It's actually kind of embarrassing. And I'm sure by now you already know how to do it. Now, once you've got it, you're going to 180, don't do what I did. Go over here and get the hand grenade first. It's also one more to pick up, so technically you can have 5 hand grenades for the Birkin fight, which would be great. But I end up wasting 2 because I'm an idiot. So come on here down the ladder. Sometimes there's a zombie in here. If he is, just stagger him by shooting him in the weak points. Left of the ladder, there's large gunpowder. If you have room, please take it. Now, this room. Pro tip number 1. Kill the zombies. Don't get cocky like I do. Kill them. Second pro tip. Acid rounds. Don't shoot this liquor until he starts running towards you. Because for some reason there's an iframe which causes him to not stagger. If you get hit, you can heal. But I don't have a healing item. This is what I told you about because I'm an idiot. Now I get super lucky here. I run straight for the door. But the liquor is just short of hitting me. Like, I've never been so scared in my life. So I'm just going to head all the way upstairs here. You need to go up here anyway to get the kind of control panel thing. But there is a shortcut up here that takes you back to a save point. So this is what I do. And this is when I take my safety save. Which probably isn't necessary because I don't actually die. but it's just stressful. Just that's why you should always have a healing item on you. I honestly don't know what I was thinking. So I'm going to head around here, open the item box, use a healing item, and then just quickly save it. Just out of fear. Because I know if I die, I have to do G2 again. And I do not want to do that. It's bad enough you have to do it once. Never mind doing it twice. So yeah, I take one, I use it, and then I think I'm going to take a spare one as well. Oh no, look at that. I've been cocky twice in a row. Not taking a healing item again. Please take a healing item. So now we're going to go back down and kill the liquor. Because now I have a liquor to find. And the 3 zombies are still alive. If this zombie is stuck behind the door, just use an acid round. Because she won't move. She falls down, has no legs left, just run past. Make sure you pick up the control panel here. There's also ammo in here. I think it's pistol ammo. Yep. And then just more high-grade gunpowder to the right there that I missed. I'd recommend you pick that up. Now, I don't know if the liquor always goes in the same place here. But what I would recommend you do is make sure you walk through this section. Because liquors only respond to running or loud noises. And I've recently discovered that zombies don't tend to do much either. Unless you're running. So just make sure you're checking all the walls, checking the ceiling. The first liquor in front of me is dead. I know I don't have to worry about 2 of them. One zombie there, and one zombie to the left. Now, they don't seem to do anything. It takes a long time for them to aggro. But I know I don't want to fight them until I find where the liquor is, because the last thing you want to do is have a liquor sneak up on you in the middle of a fight. So this one here aggro's on me, so I just lure it around the table. Being really careful not to run. Turn right, there's a shadow on the wall here, so I know there's a zombie around the corner. And there's the liquor. So acid round, instantly reload. As soon as you see an opening, kill it. And then instantly reload again. Now, hand grenade number 1, wasted. Hand grenade number 2, wasted. So if you kill the zombies and make sure you have a healing item, you'll never have to deal with this. And then you'll have 2 extra grenades for the boss fight. So, don't do what I do, do what I tell you to do, essentially. I hate this item. I never know what to do here. Stresses me out. But yeah, line up the pattern somehow. You know, it might take you a while like I did because I'm a fucking idiot. And then just chuck it in. And now we need to go and freeze the poisonous fluid, wherever we're using to kill the plants. But yeah, that's I think probably the toughest part of the lab. The only thing now left to do is dealing with the kind of tree zombies before picking up the final part of the wristband, because there's quite a lot on hardcore. So using flame rounds to permakill them is pretty good idea. If you're confident with aiming the pistol and just staggering them, go for it. Gives you more flame rounds for the Birkin fights. But I prefer to play it safe and make sure most of them are perma-dead. Because we're going to have to run past... I think there's 4 in the room. 1 will spawn in the kind of control room, and then 2 of them are on your way back out the lab. So you're thinking like potentially 7 enemies you have to run past. There's also some gunpowder here as well. Like there's so much gunpowder in the lab. Like 100% would recommend you take as much as you can. There's enough ammo during the G3 fight to kill it, so you don't necessarily need to use all the gunpowder to make ammo now, but you'll definitely need it for the final fight. On hardcore, the minigun is not enough to kill G4. So now that everyone's dead, I've decided also to loot here. There's some the high grade stuff there, some flame rounds. There's also a knife in as well. So any form of like gunpowder, doesn't matter how cocky you are or if you don't need it, always take it. Okay, so one of my biggest regrets when coming up against the final fight is I wish I had more ammo. Because once you run out of ammo during the final fight, you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do when the time runs out. There's no ammo to pick up during the fight. And there's an item box just before the final fight as well, so make sure you stock up on as much ammo as you can there. So it's going to disperse this and murder half the tree. And then we're going to flame round a lot of them. So this one here is very important to kill, because he will grab you as you try to exit. I think he takes 2. No, 1. Okay, cool. There's like maybe 2 or 3 here you want to get rid of. And then pick up the wristband. I think one more might spawn, so have your pistol ready, just in case. Sometimes there's one to the right here, but I think we're okay. Yeah. There's one inside this room. As long as you open the door and hug the left, he can't get you. Pick up the flash grenade if you have room, or if you haven't already. Now here. I would just use flame rounds on these two. Don't use your pistol to try and stagger them, because this goes pretty bad here. Mainly for this guy in front of me. Takes so long to stagger him at the guy on the right. Takes so long. And here we go. I think these are the only enemies you can't outrun when they're trying to grab you. But yeah, I would recommend just using 2 flame rounds there. It's so much safer, unless you have a knife. But yeah, I hate those guys. But that's it. All we've got left is G3. I think after G3 there's 2 more enemies we have to kill. And then it's the final fight. So we're almost there. You've still got 1 save is left as well. I would always recommend you save before the next boss fight. I died 3 times trying to kill this boss. And so I can't recommend enough that you save just before it. Because you don't want to do the whole lab again. If you've managed to play this smarter than me by listening to what I've said and not having to use a safety save, and you have a 3rd save still available, you can use that just after this boss fight, and then you'll never have to fight him again. Anyway, last use of the control one, unless you want to go get the inventory upgrades, it's entirely up to you. Go get rid of that, get rid of the tape I picked up. Item management's not that important right here because we're going to come across another item box before the fight. But for the fight, we're going to be using the grenade launcher and both ammo types. So you're going to need both flame and acid. We're going to be using the pistol primarily to take out the eyes. We're going to use the magnum as well to deal some heavy damage. Now, I don't have any ammo for the magnum, but there are 2 or 3 rounds you can pick up during the fight. If your G2 fight went better than me and you still have magnum ammo, even better. By all means, use it on here. Now in here there is large gunpowder, I think, on the right. And high grade stuff here. Take both of it and shove it in the box. Or create acid rounds or something. Don't ignore it like I do. But yeah. So just kind of try and create mainly as much grenade ammo as you can. Don't stacking loads of handgun ammo, because there is so much handgun ammo inside this arena. I think there's 4 pickups and each of them have 25 handgun bullets at a time. Yeah, I'd recommend you take at least 2 healing items. There is a third one in here, just in case. It is very possible to do this fight without getting hit. I'm pretty sure I don't get hit here, but just to be safe. Okay, now we're going to save it. After you've saved it as well, make sure you pick up the Magnum again. Also, each time you have to reload this, make sure you don't forget to pick up anything you've left. Here we go. Now this is my third or fourth try, which is why this save is incredibly important. So first thing you want is your pistol. Instantly shoot the leg. Get a couple of shots in the eye and get behind him. Now, you can take a few tries to do this fight. It's very important to learn G3's moves and how to dodge them. Especially learning what combo is going to do and how to get past his overhead slam and stuff like that. It's also good to make sure you learn how to shoot as well before the fight. I'm going to head over here and get the Magnum ammo. Make sure you change your ammo type as well on your gun. Now once he's down, pull out the Magnum. Fire 2 into his center, or whatever you have really, and a flame round. Okay, it's part 1 done. Just 2 more to go. Now, the opposite side, there's 2 ammo pickups here for the handgun. Both are 25 ammo, so that gives you 50 ammo there. Now we're back to taking out the eyes. Now, when he goes for a jumping animation, always run towards him. Never run away from him. If you run away from him, he almost always reaches you, and it's very damaging. If you run towards him, worst case scenario, he hits you, you can use a defense item. And best case scenario, you just run straight underneath him. Now, flame rounds damage him really badly, but acid rounds as well. I thought acid rounds were completely useless in this fight. But whenever G3 is doing a combo move, it can be awful, especially if you're stuck in a corner, because he always gets you. But a single acid round can interrupt any combo. It's ridiculous. And also as well, any acid shot will stagger him as well for a brief moment. They don't do a lot of damage to him, but they're fucking useful. I thought they were useless, but I was so wrong. Right, anyway, so we just stand to the side of here, you can't get hurt. And now he's just kind of trying to hit him in the center here. Jump attack. Now, I was too far away from him there. If I jumped towards him, he would have got me, so I just kind of moved to the right hand side. It is a gamble, sometimes he can clip you. But yeah, I was going to stagger him and throw grenades, because I have enough. To my right, or at least each one of the sides of the arena, is the first aid spray. Make sure you pick that up if you have room. If not, there's 2 more healing items after this as well. And you're also, like, if you use all your healing items and the one in this room during this boss fight, it's not necessarily a bad thing. There's more than enough healing items from here to the final boss. So this is a combo here. I go and interrupt it and end up killing him. So yeah, that was actually a no damage G3 fight. But yeah, just loot this room as much as you can. Don't really need the flash grenades because we're not going to use them. But any form of ammo or health item, make sure you pick up. So there should be some pistol rounds, first aid spray. If you've not picked up already, there's a hand grenade as well. There's Spark Shot as well, but Spark Shot's pretty useless. I think the Spark Shot's only good against one enemy type, which is the sewer, because you can just stagger them until you walk past them. I could be wrong, I've never really used it very much. I don't really see the point in using a whole Spark Shot like ammo on a one zombie. I'm not sure what it's like against lickers. I'd have to test it out, but acid rounds are great. Plus, the only lickers you come across after the Spark Shot are the two that are in here. And you're not going to use a Spark Shot when you're dealing with two lickers at once, that's for sure. But yeah, now we're just going to head back to get Sherry. Witness the scene that's meant to be ultra sad, but isn't sad whatsoever because no one likes Annette. Worst mother of the year. Like the true like most valuable mother. The MVM award goes to Claire. Not even a mother, and she looks after Sherry better than her own. Unbelievable. But yeah, so this is just a kind of long, kind of boring section. Just riding the elevator and running to the fight. There's 3 enemies that you come across, but you don't have to shoot them. Because they're all in a sort of getting up animation. So you can actually just run past them before they even get up off the ground. And then there's 2 enemies you're going to have to fight while Sherry unlocks the door. Plus you can just fire into their weak spots as well, just to stagger them. Now the next item box is the one just before... Actually no, there's not, an item box coming up next to a save point. That's the last save point in the game. So if you have a save, make sure you save it at the next possible point. There is an item box just before the final fight. And there's also a healing item on the right hand side there, but I choose to ignore it. Like, my fight against this boss isn't great because I get really greedy, but this boss is really easy to no hit. That's your save point there, and your item box. Now, the next item box I'll explain what you kind of want. Or in fact, I'll just explain it now. When you get to the next item box, just use all of your gunpowder, literally everything you have to create as much ammo as you possibly can. For either use it to make acid rounds or use it to make handgun ammo. As much as you can. The green herb there as well, I'd recommend you pick that up. Because there is also a red herb just before the final fight. Yeah, as much ammo as you possibly can make, because once you start the fight, you can't create any ammo. Just bear in mind, you're going to need, after creating all your ammo and having all your weapons and stuff ready, you're going to need two item slots free. You need to pick up the item, and you need to replace it with the minigun as well, so... I'm just going to stagger these enemies until Sherry opens the door, put one on the ground. It will not get back up by the time Sherry opens the door, so it's fine. Just stagger this one. I can't remember these enemies being in the original, or they looked very different in the original. Plus in the original, was there not also like a giant butterfly, or giant moth thing that you had to fight? Right here. Oh no, kill this zombie, pop him in the head. Along here, make sure Sherry's actually following you.
Sherry, you hanging in there? I'm right behind you. Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
Right, here's the final room. So, as much ammo as you can, get rid of the... Don't need the wristband. 2 health items is probably enough, and just as much ammo as you can.
Worth a try.
Make sure you keep 2 inventory slots. So like maximum pistol ammo, maximum grenade ammo. If you have room, you want to give up some healing items, put some grenades in there instead. Okay, so that's where your 2 inventory slots go. Skip the cutscene.
8 minutes until detonation.
Could run in here, put it in. There's a cutscene as well we're going to skip. And then pick up the minigun. And here we go. Here's the final fight. So, he's going to spawn on top of the train. Just lay into him with the minigun, like 2 or 3 seconds. And then head off to the right hand side before he jumps on you. Just firing some grenades into him. I tend to only use the minigun when he's facing me so I can hit directly into the eyes. But yeah, distance is very key here. There's charge attack, just hide behind the train and go back to it. But his combo move covers more distance than you think. Like here, I get super greedy and he hits me. Like, it's quite impressive how much distance he covers, but as soon as he starts the combo move, I would just move back instantly. Just to be safe. Now, climbs the wall. The first time he jumps off this wall, he always lands on the train. Put an acid run into him or anything and just completely move before he jumps on you. Start shooting him again. You want to try and bait out his charge attack or his combo, either or. Get moving. Now, if he finishes his combo move and he's now at this side of the train, run away to the other side. Last thing you want to do is a charge attack when you have no cover. Tucker grenade. If you have more grenades, just throw them. Throw them whenever you want. Throw everything at him. I would make sure you keep for like 100, 150 runs. Second wall climb always goes for you, so keep moving. But yeah, you want to try and keep your minigun ammo for when he splits himself in two, when his legs fall off, just to confirm the kill after that. So maybe keep, like, I'd say around 100 rounds, probably the best. There's that combo move covering more distance than I thought, so don't get greedy. But yeah, so now I'm going to switch over to my pistol and just hopefully finish him off with a pistol, try and get him to split. Now, third wall climb. Always lands on the train. It seems that like the first, the third, the fifth always lands on the train, and then like the second, fourth, and anything after that, he lands on you. Now hopefully you have more flame rounds, more acid rounds than I did at this fight, so just lay everything into him. Ignore the time. Don't worry about the time here. Just keep shooting him in the eye. But yeah, I actually think I finished this fight with maybe 5 shots left in the minigun. It's terrifying. Right, fourth wall climb, so he's going to run for me here. So just keep running to the side. You'll be fine. Charge attack, run to the side, head back to the top of the train. Look at that. 9 shots left, 8 shots left. I'm panicking here, but 6 shots left and barely any fucking minigun. Charge attack. Wall climb. So he's going to land on the train this time, because this is climb number 5. Just remember, he will then jump on you. So all I've got left is my minigun. 96 rounds. Just kind of burst into it, make sure I'm not using all the ammo. Now this animation here, ignore him. Wait till he splits himself. Now I have 58 rounds, okay? If you have this or more, you can win. Okay, just lay into his eyes. 9 bullets left. So scary, so scary. Oh. So yeah, that's why I recommend you make as much ammo as you can. Yeah, skip all the endings, all that rubbish, and then you'll get to your final screen. S plus 3 saves. 1, 4, 3. If you use this, if you get faster than me, let me know what your time is. If you do it in 2 saves, fuck it, brag it. I would. But yeah, so that's my S plus guide for Claire. My Leon S plus guide will probably be up tomorrow. But yeah guys, thanks for watching, I hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.